Myths. Today, we enjoy myths and legends as exciting and amusing stories. But thousands of years ago, they had serious beginnings. For ancient peoples, myths provided an explanation of how the world began and how it exists as it does. In this way, myths were both the religion and the science of the time for many ancient people. Decoration. The Celt people used spiral shapes from their myths about nature to decorate many objects. Mythical poet. In classical myths, Orpheus could play and sing very beautifully. African myths. Africa is rich in mythologies, as each tribe has its own traditional beliefs. Most share a deep belief in the spirit world. There are many gods, spirits, and natural forces. However, most tribes believe in a supreme great spirit, or sky god, who rules over all the world. Dressing up. Many African tribes still dress up in special costumes to act out their mythological stories. Mythical paintings. Cave paintings, centuries old, can be seen showing mythical scenes. Find out more. Supreme God. The supreme god in African myths is called the Wise One, Zulu, or he who knows and sees all, Akan. He is a kindly creator, though he is responsible for sending mortals ill fortune as well as good. God of the Men People. The Men People of Sierra Leone, West Africa, say that their supreme god, Nwego, moved far away to escape from constant pestering by human prayers. He still cares for his creation, but from a more convenient distance. Animal sacrifices. Often the spirits of dead people, the shades, are believed to live on. They speak to the gods on behalf of the living, telling the gods what people want and need. Animal sacrifices may be carried out as a means of contacting the shades, evil spirits. In many parts of Africa, evil spirits are believed to cause illness when they take over a person. The illness can be cured only by driving out the spirit. This is achieved by special ceremonies carried out by the tribe's witch doctor, who knows how to communicate with spirits. N. American myths. People who live by hunting tend to respect the animals they hunt, like the Native Americans do. Native Americans believe the Great Spirit is present in all things, and that animals were the first people. Each tribe has its beliefs, but they all believe in good and evil spirits, who appear mostly in animal form. Gods. The nature of each animal god is related closely to whatever his animal species is like in life. Health doll. This doll was used to ward off the evil spirits of illness. Find out more. Animal gods. Most North American gods take the form of an animal. The nature of each animal god is affected by his particular animal species. Beaver is hard-working and water-loving. Deer is timid and sensitive. Bear is enormously powerful. Thunder gods. Many of the North American tribes revered thunder gods. The thunder was sometimes said to be from the beating wings of the gigantic thunderbird. This mythical creature has entered modern folklore. Those who like to believe in such things claim that monster birds still exist in the wild country of Texas and Arizona, USA. One tale tells of a bird with a 49 160-foot wingspan. Sea woman. The Inuit people of Alaska depended on the sea for their living. They therefore revered the sea woman. Human sins form dirt in the spirit world, which tangles the hair of the sea woman. This makes her too angry to give humans her seals, whales, and walruses. To save the people from starving, the shaman, medicine man, has to send his spirit under the sea to comb the sea woman's hair. European settlers. European settlers who became the new Americans had their own religion, Christianity, but in the vast new land they also developed their own mythology. Homegrown folk tales took on a mythological status. New England tales of John Eyre Plessy, planter of orchards, and Northwestern tales of Paul Bunyan, the giant logger with his blue ox babe, read very much like older stories of gods and divine heroes. Old Norse myths. The Norsemen, or Vikings, were raiders, traders, and farmers who worshipped a family of gods that in many ways reflected their own society. They were heroic, funny, and always doomed. This means that like humans, they would die with the end of the world. Norse statue. We know about Norse myths from stories written in the Middle Ages and objects like this statue. Paintings of gods. Many of the gods were painted on rocks, in caves, and on tools. Find out more. Head of the Norse gods. Norsemen were ancient Viking warriors from Scandinavia. The head of the Norse gods is Odin. Despite his title of All-Father, he is a more threatening than fatherly figure. He is Lord of War and Magic, and God of the Dead. He sometimes gives magic weapons to warriors, but he is not to be trusted, and may abandon his favorites in the middle of battle. Thunder God. Thor, or Old Redbeard to his worshippers, is the hot-tempered but good-natured thunder god. He wields the mighty hammer Mjolnir to produce thunder and lightning. Sea god. Egil the sea god appears less often in stories, but was very important to Viking sailors. They depended on his good mood for the survival of their ships. His daughters are the waves of the sea. Days of the week. The names of the Viking gods survive in everyday English speech as the days of the week. Tuesday takes its name from T, Wednesday from Odin, Thursday from Thor, and Friday from Frigg. S. American myths. The peoples of South and Central America, such as the Olmecs, Zapotecs, Mayas, Aztecs, Toltecs, and Incas, lived their lives in fear of many fierce and terrible gods. Today, their ancestors carry on many of their traditions and dark myths. Figures of gods and spirits. In South and Central America, people still have objects which reflect their myths. Dark myths. Their myths tell of a dark world, full of blood and sacrifice. Find out more. Death. Mayan mythology is obsessed with death. The moon goddess Ixchel sends destructive floods. Ixtab, goddess of suicide, is portrayed hanging from a tree. Even the creator god Hunab was far from kindly, and destroyed the world 3 times before losing interest in it. Lord of Medicine. Itzamna, Lord of Medicine, is unique among Mayan gods. He never sends disasters to humans. He is responsible for the fertility of the fields. He also cures illnesses. The sun and moon. The Mayan creation myth, the Popol Vuh, tells how the hero twins Hunahpu and Xbalanque defeated the terrible lords of the underworld before rising into the sky to become the sun and the moon. Sacrifice. The earth goddess Kotliku is an ugly figure. She wears a skirt of snakes and a necklace of hands, hearts, and a skull. She can be kind to humans, providing them with a good harvest. But she demanded endless human sacrifice. The Aztecs fought a series of wars against their neighbors just to obtain a supply of victims for her.